Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Wake Up Wednesday with What Remains of Edith Finch Part 2. At the end of Part 1, we got to follow Molly and her last night before her untimely death, and it's kind of this game kind of has some sad stuff that happens in it. Like, Edith mentioned that she wasn't entirely sure what she believed of Molly's story, but she does believe that Molly believed it. And with Molly's age and everything, when it happened, yeah, I'm sure she probably had a very active imagination. And now it looks like that we get to go... What was that? What is that? Why is there a cat out here? Where did the cat go? Okay, yeah, no, we're not really actually doing that.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Wasn't that the same dragon that was out in the creek right outside the house?
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Okay, so I'm sure that's where we have to go, but let's look at everything else first.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Okay.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Oops. Oh my goodness.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
So that was Odin's...
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Odin's story. Can we look through the... Oh, nope, I guess not. Cocktails. Oh.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Oops. What's up with the bird cages? Well. I guess let's go through this door now. Oh my.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
It is, in fact, a very, very pink bathroom. Well, that door is completely sealed. Oh, we've already looked through this door because we saw the pink bathroom. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Huh. Calvin Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton. Let's go up here. Oh, or not. Thought that was something we could do over here. Oh.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
This makes me a little bit dizzy and possibly...
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Dizzy and
I
perhaps a
told him
little
going around
lightheaded.
was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that. Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here.
Oh my
But I
goodness.
doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oof.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
There is an achievement to replay Calvin's story. What are we doing? Oh, I guess she was crouching and then got up. But,
Mom
that might...
said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, that might be after we complete the story. I like how the words show us where we have to go next, sometimes. Oh. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, who am I kidding? That's actually really cool. There's no just kind of to it.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay, so now that's open. Let's go out this way.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Because of the music, we're just going to talk about what happens next. So Barbara goes down the stairs and finds Rick's crutch, and then she travels through the basement, finding blood from where her father sawed his hand. She hears on the radio that the gang's leader that's been running around is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who was a man that impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago to the night. Barbara goes around a corner and sees the refrigerator in the basement moving. When she goes to open it, a guy pops out with a mask on. Her reaction to this was, oh dear. Then she hits the guy with a crutch, which causes the mask to fall off, and she sees that it was just her boyfriend, Rick, trying to scare her. Rick tells Barbara to relax. He was just trying to help her find her scream. She threw him out, but kept his crutch, and later that night she gets woken up by her brother, Walter, while she's asleep on the couch with Rick's crutch. She goes into Walter's room, but he wasn't there. When she turns around, she was speechless by the sight of the hook man. She held him off with a crutch and kicked him out of the room and locked the door. She then went through the secret passage that led from Walter's room to... She opens the door to Molly's room, allowing her to sneak up on the hookman and whack him in the back of the head. This caused him to stumble back, step on a roller skate, and go through the railing. She goes down the stairs to the living room to see if he was there, and he was not. Barbara was then startled by the doorbell ringing. When she goes to open the door, she hears whispers coming from inside the house. Her reaction to this was, "Oh dear." Her uninvited guests were the monsters from the convention. They had come to see Barbara, which was a dream come true for her, until she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous, and with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. Molly's. Poor Barbara had a taste for stardom, but unfortunately for her, so did her fans. The police blamed all of it on Rick, who disappeared the same night. And the whole time all of this was happening, little Walter was hiding under his bed. The only thing that was found of Barbara was her ear in the music box.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made, trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
What is that out there? And that right there. I guess let's go down this way.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, okay, that's not the way we're supposed to go. That just looks pretty. Oh! Wait, is that where we're supposed to go? How did we get over there? This way, maybe? I didn't even see this.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
So wait a minute, where's... Okay, these are all the birds or whatever they were that Edie had in her room.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay, let's go look. Here's Barbara's. Has the star on it. Walter. Not exactly sure. Edie Finch has a book. Sven a saw. Calvin, rocket ship and the moon. And then Molly has a cat with angel wings.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Is that it? Man, it was so close to the island. That's sad. That is very close to the edge, and there's no fence there.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Oh, I missed this one. Gregory.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory, Sam, and Gus. Is this something? No. Oh.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
What is this? Not sure.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
So
But
what?
looking back on it now,
So what if? In this, we're looking at all the journals from the other family members. She looks like she's got a bit of a belly. So what if she's expecting, as she's telling this, and this is her journal,
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
the words that she says, like the yellow words that we see, what if that's part of Edith's...
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Okay. Edith's journal.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Okay, let's see what's in here.
They were both pretty intense.
Whose room is this? Sam's? Okay, so I think...
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
So, let me just stop for a second. What if we do Sam's story and then we'll end the part after that? I just wanted to look around here real quick. Airline ticket for K. Finch. Okay, let's go over here and look at Sam's story.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Wow. Is that his camera in there? Oh. There's two of them. Okay. Huh.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like I'm done? Nothing quite like being outside.
What else are we supposed to take a picture of?
Oop, little more gas in the tank, I guess.
My goodness. Took that picture. That can't be it. Something over here. See if we take another picture of him, I guess.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. Let's see. Maybe. Or was it? Could have been.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want. Great shot, Don!
Oops.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about
Dad!
Oh.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Alright, everybody, that concludes part 2 of What Remains of Edith Finch. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like before you go, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.